You right there, guys? Terry from TH Trees. Quick little explanation on when a tree falls over, who is liable. Say a neighbour's tree falls over and lands on your property. Who pays for the clear up? It should be the insurance company of the neighbour. But there is a little bit of a clause with insurance companies from what we've come across. It's if the tree falls over and doesn't hit anything, then technically the insurance company may not pay out. But there's some that do, there's some that don't. If the tree falls over and hits your building, they will definitely pay out on their insurance. So if the tree falls over and hits nothing, potentially you might have to go to the actual neighbour for them to reimburse you. What you could do is you could pay for the tree to be cleared up and then seek cost recovery from your neighbour, or you could get your neighbour to do it straight away. It depends on what type of neighbour you have. If it obviously hits your building, then you can go straight from you can call your insurance company up. They'll go through their insurance company, and the insurance companies will sort it out. If it hits something like a fence, I'm not really sure that would count as a building. So it must be probably something like a garage, your house, maybe like a log cabin, or anything you've declared, to be fair, on your home insurance. Because I do know that some people will obviously build buildings and not that their insurance companies know there's extra buildings on the property, so they may not be covered. If the tree was to hit that, something like that. So it's not straightforward. It does depend on your insurance company, but in general, if a tree falls over and hits a building, the insurance companies will sort it out between them. If it falls over and hits nothing, then it's something that you need to discuss with your neighbour. What if you get a funny neighbour, which can happen, would you believe it? What you can do is, all homeowners that have trees growing from their property have a duty of care to maintain those trees. If you did have a funny neighbour that didn't want to pay, and for whatever reason, and they had no proof that they'd maintained their tree, you could perhaps go down the legal route. I would always never advise that, because it's just you want to keep on with the neighbours, and 99% of neighbours should be fine. It's just an unfortunate situation, but we have seen the odd one that it can get a bit awkward. So a homeowner does have a duty of care to maintain the trees on their land. If they haven't done that, and the tree fell over and it was potentially preventable, because if they'd have maintained it, they may have seen anything that was wrong with the tree. If it was some sort of failure that could have been foreseen, then you may have some sort of legal recourse. But again, you need to speak to your insurance company or a solicitor. But hopefully, and what I would always advise is, my first port of call is speak to your neighbour as soon as the tree's fallen over. I'm sure you'll both notice the tree's fallen over. Have a good chat. Most people, you sort it out between yourselves, and that's fine. If there's any problems, then you can go down the legal route, but costs, they do become extortionately high. So it's either speak to the neighbour, or pay for it yourself and then recover costs from the neighbour, go through the insurance company, or go to the legal route. That's all the ways of dealing with falling over trees, obviously, and the ones we've come across. Hopefully that helps, gives you a little bit of an insight. It's just my opinion. Obviously, don't take everything for gospel. Always do your own research. We have lots of useful blogs on our website where you can get more information, but ultimately, if you're unsure, it's always best to speak to your insurance provider first, your home insurance provider first, whether you're the person with the tree that's falling over, or whether you're the person the tree's whose land it's falling into. If you can't get anything moving from there, then you can always go to a solicitor, and they can assist you further. Hopefully that helps you. Please subscribe. That's the first time I've said that, I think. Or visit thtreeservices.co.uk, which is there. And also you can join and like, share, follow, have a chat with us, facebook.com/TH Tree Services. Thank you for taking the time to watch. I hope the channel is informative.